what I think it is. Yup, that's a seed. So I planted this watermelon. This is cherry tomatoes, basil, cilantro, and basil. I planted these last Wednesday, Thursday, so literally it's been a week. And they're growing. It's so exciting. I know this one is gonna be big. I know this one is gonna be huge, but I'm like really excited about the cilantro and the basil. I use basil in like everything, but as you just saw, it is time for me to go to work. Bye. I want to apologize for the shakiness. That's just my tripod. I'm still in the process of getting another one. But I wanted to talk to you guys in the car because I'm not really going to have much time to talk to you later. I've got a 9 to 9:30 shift. No, I don't mean it's 30 minutes. I mean it is 12 and a half hours. Technically 12 hours with the unpaid lunch. And so and today, like literally, like I'm gonna be dead honest with you guys. Like yesterday, woke up with cramps and I was like, great, you chose the worst week. It had to be right before my 12-hour shift. And yesterday wasn't bad compared to today. I woke up this morning and literally my body just felt dead. Like every muscle in my body was sore. Don't know why. And I was super exhausted. That I do know why. I couldn't fall asleep until like 11 something. I think it's because I was thinking about my 12-hour shift. And so like honestly 10-hour and 12-hour shifts, like doing them like one at a time, they aren't that bad because your breaks are spaced out at like pretty much 2 hours or less in between each break. It's like you work 2 hours, you get a break, work 2 hours, get a break, and really it's like more like an hour and 45 minutes. So as long as you just focus on like, you know, taking it one break at a time, one step at a time, and not the fact that it's a 12-hour shift, then it's okay. Good song. I haven't heard that one in forever. Guys, I really don't want to go into work today. I just don't want to do anything today. Like yesterday, I am proud of myself and in shock that I sat down and edited all of my videos, which is the first week where I've actually sat down and edited all of them. Typically, like I have been editing half of them and then editing more, just because I had spare time. I have 2 Etsy orders that I need to work on. I will probably do them Monday because I have Monday off, but I do not know. Still haven't been able to put in for a transfer. But honestly, I kind of have decided that I'm going to see how this fall works out. I don't know, because like the reason why the Great Movie Ride got so hard was because I was pushing myself and also we were understaffed. And so they're trying to fix the staffing issue right now. And so I want to kind of see how this works out. Like I said, when I said I have all the days off that I want off, that's including like the extra days off that I've put in for, to kind of like balance out. That's another thing, is I've been able to give away all of my long shifts and I've been able to balance out my hours. So I am working enough hours and I'm able to, there's an ant on my camera. There's ants in my car. Does anyone know how to fix that when you have ants in your car? Get off my camera, you stupid ant. Anyway, so yeah, that's kind of how I feel at the moment. I am going to continue to try and put in for a transfer, so I can get on the list for Fairy Godmother, or at least merchandise in the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique, because that is something that I'd be like, yes please, party of one, please. But anyway, I'm going to go into work. Let me close that. I want my car to be hot. And I'm going to finish my coffee, and let's hope for a good day. That guy has driven by twice. So this is what gyms look like now. That one's mine. Oh, I think that's Health, I guess. Oh look, that's me. That's cool. Also, they've built another building. I could see it when I came in. Look how cool that is. They added not one, but 2 gyms in my area. This, I believe, is the Great Movie Ride. I can't tell. Sorcerer Mickey hat. Okay, well, yeah. So is this the Great Movie Ride then? Yes, we're a gym. What up? Alright guys, next time you see me, I'm gonna be on the other side of the Great Movie Ride and it's gonna be dark. Wish me luck, guys. Here's hoping for a good full day at Disney. Be good to me, GMR. Alright, so I apologize for the wind, but as soon as I get in my car, I'm going home and I'm not thinking about the rest of the day. So I wrote down, the fireworks are going off also. I wrote down a list of what my morning was like, and I wasn't planning on vlogging, but I had to vlog what happened this morning because I wanted to remember it. So early this morning we had a delayed opening, about 2-hour delay, and that typically does not happen. And what happened was we had technical difficulties. Yes, I won't get into what it was. It doesn't really even matter what it was. But it was to the point where we couldn't cycle our vehicles, which if you have been on an attraction, like whenever an attraction opens or when it closes or comes back from being closed or whatever, it has to cycle out completely. Like the attraction just has to go completely around. Same thing with ours. And the technical difficulty was causing us not to be able to cycle. So literally we just kind of sat there and did nothing until they told us that we can go in. And so I wrote down a list of things that happened. Movie casting. Oh yeah, so I started out my day being outside, and there was a cast member who fireworks just ended, who was chasing down guests and trying to cast them into movies and make our own movies. And it was the funniest thing ever. I think it was more, this is my car, right? Yeah, I think it was more entertaining. Oh, come on. Hold on a second. My car needs a jump. My car battery died again completely, and so gotta go. I'm sitting in the dark in my car because my car has decided to die again, and we think we know what the problem is. There are these 2 lights under the grill, under the bottom, and they keep turning on. I don't know how to turn them off. Like after I've turned the car off, they're still on. And I noticed it the other day when Jared and I were walking to my car to get the umbrella, and I was walking on face forward and I saw the lights on the bottom. So I'm currently sitting here. All the transportation cast are busy because the fireworks just ended, and everyone is exiting. There's a mass exodus, and so I'm sitting here waiting for Jared to come and jump my car because I forgot he knows how to jump cars. Could have had him come before, but you know. So yeah, so after working a 12-hour shift, I am sitting here with a dead car. I can't go home. What I was gonna do is go home very quickly, have Jared make dinner while I was in the shower, eat dinner, you know, and then go to sleep because I have to be back here in less than 12 hours to work. But fate had other plans. So since we're here, I'm gonna tell you how my morning went. Morning was actually very relaxing. I didn't even do my show until my first show until almost to my second break. So it was around like 1-ish is when I did my first show, and then I got rotated inside to a vehicle, and all of the vehicle drivers aren't allowed outside because if the attraction decides to open up again, they have to run to their vehicles. So we all kind of hung out on one vehicle, and one of the cast members was telling a story. But it was like a Mad Lib story, and so basically he would tell a story about the Great Movie Ride or about cast members or whatever, and then like point to us to say like a word or a phrase or something. It ended up being really, really funny. Then he had to get rotated out, and so we had a coordinator come and then give us kind of like a history lesson on the ride, like kind of our what we tell guests when we give them like a private tour on the track. And so that was kind of cool, learning history and kind of doing trivia a little bit with that. And while we were doing that, all of a sudden we see a squirrel running on dock. And so we all jump up to try to catch it, and because it runs back into finale, and then we're able to chase it out, but then it ran back into musical and we weren't able to catch it. And so there was a squirrel in the attraction for like probably half of the day. And then soon after that, we opened and we all had to cycle, and literally like by the time I got my vehicle cycled around, it was time for my break. So I didn't even do my first show until well after my first break. It was nice and relaxing. The rest of the day was your typical day. It was very tiring and I'm very exhausted. My feet were killing me for most of the day. So yeah, now I'm just sitting here waiting for Jared to come. So after sitting here charging it for 30 minutes, oh, the clock is, I need to change the clock again. It's literally 10:50. I've been sitting here for an hour in this parking lot. Since I last filmed, an hour has passed. Jared arrived almost an hour ago, and we've been sitting here charging it for about 30 minutes, and it just now started. That's what you can kind of hear purring. And I'm letting it sit and charge for 5 minutes, and then we're gonna go home. And I told myself I can at least get 6 hours sleep. Like, literally, I was to the point where I'm like, just let me sleep in the back. I'll wash my face and my body and all the important parts with like bathroom soap. Forget makeup, ignore my hair, I'll just wear the same clothes, like just forget it. But the problem is like I need like a full-blown shower. So anyway, today has been a day. Thank you so much for watching. I hope your Friday was a lot better than mine. Like I said, luckily tomorrow I get to park in the garage, so that'll be better. I'm gonna totally get Starbucks tomorrow, absolutely. And I think my car is officially infested with ants because we lifted up the trunk or the hood or whatever you want to call that thing, and there were ants crawling all over. I'm like, great. So that'll be one more thing to deal with. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. Hit the thumbs up button. Please give this video a thumbs up for my sake, and hit subscribe. I post videos every day, and you'll most likely get a video about me and what my day was like. We're gonna get Disney tomorrow. So anyway, have a good night, guys. Goodbye.